The arena in Montreal hums long before the opening bell, a low, vibrating growl of expectation rolling through the seats like thunder before a storm. Flags wave, voices clash, and beneath the lights stands a champion far from home. Billy Joe Saunders, the undefeated WBO middleweight king from England, walks with the quiet confidence of a man who believes the ring belongs to him, no matter the geography. Across from him is David Lemieux, Canada's feared puncher, a fighter molded by violence and belief, backed by a hometown crowd desperate to see their warrior reclaim world glory. This is not just boxer versus boxer. It is artistry against annihilation. Saunders brings angles, footwork, and a southpaw rhythm that unsettles even elite opponents. Lemieux brings raw force, the promise that one clean left hook can erase everything that came before it. The introductions echo, gloves touch, and the referee's instructions fade into the background as the crowd rises. This is a question night, a question about power versus precision, about whether movement can truly neutralize destruction. Saunders is calm, almost playful, while Lemieux's eyes burn with urgency. One man wants to prove he belongs among the most technically gifted champions of his era. The other wants to prove that boxing, at its core, is still about who hits harder. As the bell rings, the tension snaps tight. The story begins not with a punch, but with a promise. Something will be taken from someone before this night is over. From the opening seconds, Billy Joe Saunders begins writing his plan across the canvas with his feet. He glides, pivots, and slides just outside danger, turning the ring into a chessboard where David Lemieux is always one move behind. Lemieux stalks forward, shoulders tense, looking to plant his feet and detonate something catastrophic, but Saunders refuses to give him that moment. A sharp jab snaps out, touching, disrupting, irritating. It's not meant to end the fight. It's meant to control it. Lemieux swings with intent, but intent alone isn't enough. Each missed punch costs him energy, confidence, and time. The crowd roars every time Lemieux steps forward, yet grows quieter when Saunders slips away untouched, answering with crisp counters. The early rounds become a lesson in frustration. Saunders lands clean combinations, 2, sometimes 3 punches, then vanishes at an angle before Lemieux can respond. The Canadian lands occasionally, single shots that carry threat but lack follow-up. It becomes clear quickly. Saunders is not here to trade. He is here to dismantle. The champion's rhythm settles in, his confidence growing with every successful escape. Lemieux's corner urges patience, urges pressure, but pressure without precision becomes desperation. By the end of the early rounds, the tone is set. Saunders is dictating pace, distance, and mood. Lemieux is chasing, and in boxing, chasing a master mover is like trying to catch smoke with your hands. As the fight moves into the middle rounds, the story deepens. This is where champions reveal themselves, not just in skill, but in composure. Saunders doesn't just outbox Lemieux, he begins to toy with him. He drops his hands, feints, shuffles his feet, even glances at the crowd after Lemieux swings at empty air. It's subtle psychological warfare, and it cuts deeper than punches. Lemieux responds the only way he knows how, by loading up, trying to end the fight with one defining blow. But Saunders sees everything coming. The jab becomes a spear, snapping Lemieux's head back and disrupting his balance. Body shots sneak in, stealing breath, slowing pursuit. The crowd senses the shift. What began as belief turns into anxiety. Lemieux is landing too little, too late, and Saunders is growing bolder. There are moments where Lemieux finally connects, moments that remind everyone of the danger he carries. But Saunders absorbs, pivots, and answers back immediately, sending a message that power alone will not save him. The fight transforms into a clinic. CompuBox numbers climb for Saunders, round after round, as Lemieux's output dwindles. The champion is not just winning, he is dominating. And perhaps most telling of all, Saunders never looks rushed. He looks comfortable, like a man sparring in front of thousands, completely at home in chaos. By the championship rounds, the contrast is stark. Lemieux's legs are heavier now, his breathing deeper, his movements less explosive. The home run shot he's hunted all night remains elusive, and time is slipping through his gloves. Saunders, meanwhile, looks fresh, still bouncing, still sharp, still smiling. He doubles the jab, steps to the side, and lands straight lefts that snap Lemieux's head back with surgical precision. The champion's authority is undeniable. Every exchange ends on his terms. Lemieux tries to bowl forward, to force the fight inside, but Saunders clinches smartly, turns him, and resets in open space where he thrives. The crowd, once deafening, grows quiet in resignation. This is not the brawl they hoped for. It's a boxing lesson they didn't expect. Saunders even stands his ground at times, proving he doesn't fear Lemieux's power, answering heavy swings with clean, punishing counters. Each round feels like a closing door. Lemieux needs a miracle, and Saunders knows it. He never gives him the chance. The angles remain sharp, the defense tight, the offense efficient. This is not survival, it's command. By the final moments, Saunders has taken not just rounds, but belief itself from his opponent. The champion has imposed his will without ever abandoning his style. The 12th round arrives carrying danger, drama, and one final question. Can power save a fight already lost? Lemieux comes out aggressively, throwing everything he has left, knowing this is his last chance to change history. Saunders responds not with fear, but with intelligence. He keeps the jab pumping, the feet moving, the angles sharp. He refuses to trade recklessly, refusing to give Lemieux the chaos he needs. When Lemieux lunges, Saunders counters. When Lemieux pauses, Saunders scores. There are moments of tension, moments where a single punch could alter everything, but Saunders never loses focus. He understands the moment, the scorecards, and the responsibility of a champion. He closes the fight the way he began it, smart, disciplined, and in complete control. The final bell sounds, and there is no doubt in the building. One man tried to force his destiny with power. The other shaped his destiny with skill. The crowd applauds, not just out of respect, but out of recognition. They've witnessed mastery. As the fighters stand awaiting the verdict, the outcome feels inevitable. The scorecards are red, wide, unanimous, definitive. Billy Joe Saunders retains his WBO middleweight championship by unanimous decision. The champion raises his arms, having proven something vital on enemy soil. This was not a narrow escape, not a lucky night. It was a statement. Saunders showed that movement can neutralize power, that intelligence can outshine aggression, and that boxing, at its highest level, is an art form. David Lemieux leaves the ring battered but respected, having chased the fight with courage even as it slipped away. For Saunders, this night elevates him. It places him firmly among the elite, a fighter capable of frustrating the most dangerous punchers in the world. The belts, the cheers, the lights, they all fade eventually. But performances like this endure. In Montreal, against a feared knockout artist, Billy Joe Saunders didn't just defend a title. He told a story, one written in footwork, discipline, and control. And when the echoes of the bell finally fade, the truth remains clear. On this night, boxing artistry ruled the ring.